Hello and welcome to this 15-minute full body aerial yoga flow. We begin this one by taking one edge of our hammock and then you just shake it out a little bit. Now stand in front of your hammock and you grab a lot of fabric like half of the hammock, and then you just take a little jump inside of your hammock. And now what you want to do is bring one foot all the way across the hammock. And you can do this one by really creating some space first. Take one side of the hammock and push it away from you all the way as far as you can. And then you bring your foot to the other side. You can help yourself with grabbing your foot and then you bring it in, bring the other foot in as well, that you're in a seated position. And then you grab the hammock and you lift yourself up so that your feet slide underneath your body, so that you're in a comfortable seat. You can straighten your back and you're seated in a crossed leg position, and make sure that everything of your legs is inside of the hammock, and just come to relax, come to your hammock. You can hug the hammock, you can rest your arms at your sides, whichever you feel most comfortable in. And then just take a few rounds of inhalations and exhalations here. So what you want to do with the next inhalation is that you raise your arms all the way up when you inhale, and when you exhale, you bring them back down. And we'll do this for a couple of rounds. So inhale, raise your arms, exhale, bring them back down, and just keep going for a while. So now bring your arms in front of you, really push in your hammock, make a round back, really stretch it out. And then you bring your legs outside of the hammock. You stay seated, you just take both legs and bring the feet outside of your hammock. You can help yourself if it gets stuck in your toes or anything. And then just make yourself comfortable again. Move the hammock around if it's stuck behind your knees or anything like that. You can lift yourself up again to sit in a comfortable position. And then just make sure that you sit again, and you will push the hammock again far away from you, make a round back. Just try to find a place that is comfortable for you. You can lift yourself up again if you haven't found the right place yet. And now bring your knees together. And with the exhale, open your knees. With the inhale, bring them back together. You can feel some tension in your legs, just really a little bit to wake them up. And just keep going. Exhale, open the knees. Inhale, bring them back together. And so what you do next, with the next inhale, you raise your right arm out of your hammock and over your whole body to your left side. And with the inhale, you go back up, raise your left arm, and exhale, bring it all the way over to your body to the right side. And we do a couple more rounds of those as well. So what you want to do next is bring the hammock all the way down to your feet, but leave your feet outside of the hammock. And then just open your legs as far as possible for you. You can stretch your feet a little bit. You can grab the hammock again to make yourself more comfortable. And then just do some up and down with your feet. You can circle them the one way and then the other. And what you do next, take a deep inhale, and with the exhale, you bring your feet together. Keep your legs straight, bring them together, and with the Inhale, you open them back up as far as you can, and exhale, push them together. You can push with your arms through the hammock as well, and just keep going for a few more rounds. So what you want to do now, you grab your right foot and you bring it all the way to the left foot. This can be a bit tricky. Just try to do a little bit more beautiful than I'm doing this right now. So you can grab your foot. If you're really flexible, you can just lean back and bring your feet to the other side so that your end position is that you're sitting in your hammock. Your feet are still outside. You just lay all the way down and let your feet hang outside for a moment, but make sure your head is in the hammock. You can let your arms hang outside as well, or you can cross them on your chest, whichever feels more comfortable for you, and just rest for a while. Take some inhalations and exhalations here. You can sway a little bit from side to side to warm up your back. So what you do next, you bring your feet inside of your hammock again. You really push the hammock away with your feet, that now your feet are in the hammock and your upper body is outside of the hammock. And you grab the hammock with both arms as far up as you can, and you just let your upper body, your shoulders and your head hang outside of the hammock. But make sure if you feel any tension in the neck, keep your neck straight. If you're able to do this, let your head hang down as well. Release your neck, release your shoulders a little bit. Just keep grabbing with the hands. And then you bring yourself up again, but this time just bring the hammock a little bit more down your body. Bring it just above your hips, and then you do the same thing again. You grab the hammock on both sides with your hands, and you just let your upper body hang out of the hammock. You can release your shoulders, release your neck if you can, and then you go all the way back up. Now bring your feet outside of the hammock and sit upright. And then you just lean forward like a happy baby, but just in the hammock upside down. You can grab underneath your legs to give you a small hug if you want to. You can just let your arms hang loose, whichever feels best for you. So what we do now, we jump out of the hammock. And you bring the hammock underneath your shoulders where your bra strap would be. And then you rest your shoulders on your hammock, just like a puppet. You just let hang everything. You can sway from side to side, release your shoulders, try to release your neck if possible. Really feel the weight of your upper body releasing into the hammock. And you can sway a little bit from side to side. You can just stand still, whichever feels best for you. And now you roll yourself up again. Bring the hammock in front of you now. And you go with your hands through the inside of the hammock and grab it. And then you just go all the way down until you really have a firm grip on the hammock. And then you bend your upper body. Try to keep your back as straight as possible when you bend down. And then sway from side to side. Keep a little bend in your legs as well. Don't try to collapse all the way in the hammock. Keep a straight line on the back and on the neck. And now just bring your elbows in a 90-degree angle and go down a little deeper. Really try to keep your back straight as well, and then you come up again. Really roll up each vertebra by vertebra. And now bring your elbows in the hammock, just hip width distance apart from each other. And then you straighten your arms again, you straighten your back, you fold forward, and with the inhale you come back up, and with the exhale you fold forward again. But just try to keep a straight back, have your neck elongated from your back as well. You should really feel some of the tension when pushing in the hammock with your underarms. And now stand up straight again. Grab the hammock as far as you can, reach as high as possible, and then bring your hips forward a little bit and just turn from side to side. You should really feel the relief in the shoulders, in the upper back. You could feel some stretch in your back legs as well, of course. And now what you want to do next, you keep the position from before, but you just wrap the hammock around your elbows and you grab the hammock again, just like you would want to do a pull-up. And then you pull yourself up and you go down. Really try to go slowly, feel the weight that you're releasing in your arms. Really try to pull yourself up again. The legs are just supporting here. You really try building strength in the upper arms and just pull yourself up a few times. So next we move on to the legs, and we start with the left leg. Just bring your leg inside of the hammock, rest the hammock and the under part of your legs. And then we try to warm up some of the splits. So you go on your toes, all the way up on your toes on your right foot, and then you lean forward. Try to keep both legs as straight as possible. And then just for a few seconds, stay there and then come back. And then you bring the hammock on the back side of your leg and you turn your right foot parallel to the ground. And then you shift forward again, just like the warrior position, but with the front leg in the hammock. You can release your arms from the hammock, bring the left arm above the left leg and the right arm behind you. Look forward. You should really feel a stretch now in your legs. Just stay there for a couple seconds and then release back. Release your left foot. We switch sides. Now bring your right foot in the hammock and try to make sure that the hammock is not on your ankle but slightly behind it. And then come on your left toes and shift all the way forward. Grab on the hammock. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Try to keep the back straight as well. And then after a few breaths, come back, bring the hammock under your back leg. Switch the left foot to parallel. And then you bring yourself forward again. You can release the arms. The right arm is above the right leg. The left arm is pointing behind you, but you still look forward. Stay there for a couple of seconds and then you come back. Now release the foot from the hammock. And you can see me here, I don't have a very good stretch in my right hip, so I have to take my hand to release my foot, and this is totally fine. So now grab the hammock with both hands, hip width distance apart. Bring the hammock to your hip, take one step forward and fold over your hammock. You should feel the hammock pressing in your hip bones. And then bring the right foot back, come to downward facing dog. You can just walk back a few more steps to release some of your weight into the hammock. Stay there for a couple of breaths. Really try to release some of the weight. And now you bring your left foot in the middle and you reach your right foot all the way up as far as you can. Stay there a few seconds, bring it back down. Now bring the right foot in the middle and lift your left leg as far as you can. Now bring it back down. And if you want to come out of this position, just walk towards the front of your mat. And at some point you can just stand up. Now bring your hands up, bring your arms up, release everything. And now we just stand behind our hammocks for a few seconds. Just grab the hammock slightly, really feel that you become one with the hammock. Take some deep breaths in and out. Slow down from the practice. Really feel that your body woke up, that you did a little bit of time for yourself, that you made some space, that you took the time to do 15 minutes only for yourself and for your body. Take some deep inhales and exhales. Maybe you want to set an intention for the day. And with the next inhale, open your eyes. And I thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again. Thank you and bye bye.